What's happening, guys? Michael here with another video, and in just a minute we're gonna hop into my computer and go over exactly some of the strategy that you can use for 2019 with Facebook ads, as well as a lot of myths a lot of people have, or preconceptions a lot of people have with Facebook ads in general, and how to kind of overcome those to use them effectively starting today. So I will see you inside the computer. Let's dive into it. All right, let's get into a pretty effective 2019 Facebook ad strategy, what to use with this year coming up, and some of the myths that a lot of people believe with Facebook ads that aren't necessarily true. So let's just dive into it, guys. All right, so let's just go over the basics, right? One super effective way that I have used Facebook ad strategies, a lot of my students have used, a lot of other people that I know who are very successful with this have used, is starting with a pay per engagement or cost per click to build up some data and get that data going on their Facebook ad pixel before they dive into more complex ads. More complex ads meaning some things to do with lookalike audiences on view content, lookalike audiences on add to cart, lookalike audiences on purchase conversions. So the thing about this type of strategy is it's usually not going to be as profitable at first, just because you're not running these conversion ads. So a lot of people will get discouraged. A lot of people will only have a $50 budget or $200 budget, let's just say $200, and they'll spend $100 on pay per engagement ads, cost per click ads, and they'll be getting a lot of traffic, they'll be getting a lot of people engaging with their ad, but they won't be seeing that many purchases. Now, that is okay, and that's kind of the mindset you have to have when doing dropshipping, because it's all about the long term. There's very few times that you're going to be able to just launch a product with zero data and just start getting these purchases flowing in, because it's really an all data business. So one thing I'll recommend with people with higher budgets is to do this type of strategy. I know a ton of people have preached this before. It's a good strategy to use, and it usually works, especially when you build these lookalikes on people who have clicked on the ad, people who have added to cart once they've gotten onto your website, and obviously purchase conversions. So let's just get into some of the myths that a lot of people believe with Facebook ads and kind of debunk them, right? So one huge myth is that you need a huge budget for Facebook ads. A lot of people think that they can't get into Facebook ads unless they have $2,000-$3,000 to blow. And that's not necessarily true. When I first started, for instance, I had $800 in my bank account. That's it. I had no more money than that. And don't forget, $800 in my personal bank account. That was just in total. I went into Facebook ads and I believe I was pretty successful. So you don't need a couple $1,000s to kind of essentially blow on Facebook ads if you have a set strategy, if you know what you're doing. Another huge thing, a lot of people think that in order to do Facebook ads, they need to have some influencer marketing first to build up data for the pixel. Not saying that this strategy doesn't work. However, it's not necessary. It's not 100% needed in order to do Facebook ads. My last 3 or 4 sites that I have launched over the past 6 to 8 months, I have not done one bit of influencer marketing before Facebook ads. I dived right into Facebook ads. I prefer them more, and if you do know me, you know that I prefer them more because it's much more scalable, much more effective, and much more consistent than having to find influencers to constantly push your product every day. Not saying that they don't work, because I know there's guys out there that are huge fans of influencer marketing, and it's a giant vertical to get into, especially when you're looking to scale from Facebook ads. But it's not 100% necessary in order to start with Facebook ads to build the data. There's other ways to do that, including the strategy we just went over. So another thing is that purchase conversions don't work with little to no data. Not true. Purchase conversions work, they're just not as effective when you're running them. Why? So how does this even work? If they have no data, why would these purchase conversions work? So basically what Facebook does is when you launch a purchase conversion ad on Facebook's platform, they're matching your ad with people who are more inclined to actually make purchases. They match the data of these people, right? To say, okay, this person has made 5 purchases through seeing ads on Facebook over the past year. That means they're more inclined to actually purchase a product from Facebook, not just click on the ad. That's how you can start ads essentially with pay per engagement, pay cost per click. If you think about it, right, Facebook doesn't have any data on your pixel on who's actually going to engage. They just know their users that are more likely to engage with content like yours. And that's essentially the same as purchase conversions. Now, when you're just launching these purchase conversions in the beginning, they're not going to be as effective. That is true. That is not a myth. You will, spend much more money at first than you do once you have this built pixel. And I do like to recommend having at least a couple purchases on your pixel before running these purchase conversions. But it's not impossible to do when you have little to no data. You just will realize that it doesn't work as effective when you do have 50 to 100 purchases on your pixel. So another huge myth that I see a lot of people preaching is that out of 10 products, like you need to test 10 products in order to find one winner. And I feel like that's just a terrible mindset to have with things. Like, oh, I have to test 10 and then one will work. Not saying that it's not true. I mean, you can test 10, but you can also test 3, right? It's just odds at that point. You don't need to, like, what a lot of people do with this and what they think once they hear this is that, oh, I have to test 10 products, so let me just rush through testing 10 products and eventually one of them will click. No. What you have to do is be efficient with your testing. Not saying that you only need one product in order to find a winner. It might take 3-4 products to actually find a winner. It might even take 10, but to say that you need to test 10 products in order to find a winner kind of creates this hasty, like, let me test 10 products as soon as I can so that way I can find my winner. Not necessarily true. Don't always go by that. I hate when people kind of have that mentality with things. One huge thing, this is kind of not a myth, just didn't separate it. Testing at least 10 ad sets is 100% crucial. You can't just dive in with Facebook and test 2 ad sets, see that they don't work, and then say, oh, this product's a loser. I always say to test at the very least 10 different ad sets. Now, if you have a lower budget, these ads can be at $5 a day. These ads can be at $10 a day for a more higher ticket item. But I always say to test at least 10 in order to kind of gauge these results. So you might be saying, I'm going to test 10 ad sets and I'm going to run these for 3 days. That's $150, Michael. Not everybody has, $150 to just risk. Here's the thing. When you're running these ad sets, you will know within 24 to 48 hours which ad sets are just completely inefficient, like ass. Like you could just kill, right? So you can say, okay, this ad set, this is getting me like $1.50 per click, $2 cost per click. I have 0 add to carts on this in almost 48 hours. Kill it. Why waste the money on it? You'll then be able to find the interests that do work with the products that you're running and be able to say, oh, ad set number 7 with this interest is killing it. Let me kind of just let this one run out, see what happens. So it's not a set amount of money. You can edit the Facebook ads at any time you want. They're daily budgets for a reason. They don't lock you in for a reason. So don't get, frazzled by it's so much money to just test. Don't do that. So what has changed in 2019 with Facebook ads exactly and how you need to kind of hop on it, right? Competition. Every single day, there's more and more people entering the market, but at the same time, there's the same amount of people leaving because they gave up. A lot of people like to say, dropshipping is getting saturated. There's so many people entering the market. It's just not true. There's a lot of people that are learning about it. It is true that it has, obviously gained popularity over the past 2 to 3 years. But does that mean that it's actually bringing a giant influx of competitive ability that you cannot even do it anymore? No, not at all, because 90%, 95% probably of these people fail after 2 to 3 weeks and close down shop. So they enter the market, but then they leave it just as fast. So don't get discouraged by this. Don't think that it's not going to work because of this. But what you do need to realize is that although people are entering the market and leaving at the same time, there's also a same amount of people that are actually gaining momentum and learning and killing it, creating professional sites, creating awesome ads. So they're putting up with the competition, which I believe is an honestly good thing, because you need to work on your main essentials of your store, making your store the most professional as possible, creating an ad that actually engages people, something that's interesting. You're in the business of marketing. Don't forget that. So competition, just breeds innovation. So you constantly need to be innovating. You constantly need to find products to essentially one-up your competition, and you need a professional-looking site. If you don't have any of that, then all these Facebook ad strategies that we just went over are pretty much pointless. So don't waste your time on that. So I hope this helps when you're going over Facebook ads, clears up some things in your head that you may have thought, hopefully can bring you a strategy that works and kind of encourage you to kind of just jump on things, take a hold of them, and kill it in 2019. And as always, if you found value in this video, throw a thumbs up, subscribe, comment anything you want me to cover below, and I will see you in the next video.